Can you believe we are just 4 days away until the month of September? And right now, the rumors are off the chart for what September can actually have in a single month. Yes, right now, rumors are suggesting upwards to around 3 separate Nintendo Directs in September alone. Now, this does sound crazy, and I'm not totally on board with that idea yet, but it does sound interesting. That's the point, because I'm so excited at the potential of what that could mean. Right now, the rumors are suggesting that the second week of September is going to be our General Direct on a Friday of all days, which is very weird, but a lot of sources are pointing to that being the case, and we're just gonna have to wait and see. But with a potential Nintendo Direct happening the second week of September, there's also rumors and word floating around that we're gonna have a Metroid Prime 4 Direct the week after, and also a Mario 40th Anniversary Direct the week before, which means that's next week. Yeah, the first week of September is next week, which means we could be getting a Mario's 40th Anniversary show literally in about 5 days. It's crazy to even think about. So unless Nintendo announces the thing in advance in the next couple of days, then we probably won't do another one of these videos. This will probably be the last one, but I'm expecting them to announce something so we can do a proper prediction video before that Direct. But today we're just going to be talking about what we could actually be getting in this show and what would realistically be the things that could happen. But first, I want to thank Ugreen for sponsoring today's video and sending me over their brand new Nexo 300 watt power bank. This power bank is fast charging and can deliver up to 140 watts via a single USB-C port, which can charge up to 5 devices at once. And all you have to do is charge it up and you can use it on the go. It actually recharges itself in just 1.5 hours. It has a massive 48,000 milliamp per hour capacity, which means you can charge an iPhone 15 Pro up to 9.6 times, or even a 15-inch MacBook Air M2 up to 2 times. As you can see here, I can actually charge all my equipment that I need for the day all at once, and it has a nice little LED display on the charger bank itself, so that way you can see how much power you're generating on all your charges. It even comes with a built-in LED light strip on the side with 3 different modes, being high, low, and SOS light that actually blinks. So if you would like to get your hands on a Ugreen Nexo 300 watt power bank, click the link in the description down below to get 36% off of your purchase of one today. And once again, big thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring today's video. So the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct was on the first Thursday of the first week of September, obviously, being on September 3rd of 2020. So I'm trying to think, is Nintendo going to do something similar? Well, we've been trying to pinpoint what their ideas are and their plans and their scheduling is, but it's all over the place. So it's impossible to guess what Nintendo's going to do this time. I mean, they've completely changed their whole marketing decisions and how they did things, especially with the Switch 2 reveal and launch. So it could be anything this time around, but we are still expecting maybe that first week of September to have the Mario goodness. But regardless, I want to kind of go through that show that they gave us and talk about what we could be getting instead this year and maybe kind of compare them side by side. So one of the first things we saw was the Game & Watch Mario Brothers edition, which also came with Mario Bros. 2 and some actual Game & Watch games with Mario's head on them and stuff, some Mario themed ones, and it was also an alarm clock. So I think Nintendo could do something else like this again, but I don't know. With this being the 40th, a bigger deal, I feel like they're going to focus more on actual video games, and that leads me to the Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game that they announced. Now, of course, we are in the year of 2025, and of course, which means this October will mark 8 years since the last 3D Mario game of Mario Odyssey. So do I think Nintendo's going to have a huge Bowser's Fury style mode or something to a past game? Probably not. However, I do think there is a chance that we could be getting some type of old game brought back. Right now, there's nothing in the month of September, so I feel like Nintendo is going to have something, and a lot of people are thinking it could be some type of shadow drop game from something from this Mario Direct. And the only thing that would make sense, I would think, is Mario Galaxy 2. It's one of the only games that was not brought over to the Nintendo Switch. It actually missed the Mario 3D All-Stars for some reason, and Nintendo doesn't even, recognize it half the time, which is weird because in my eyes it's just as good, if not better, than Super Mario Galaxy 1. But for some reason this game doesn't get any attention. Now, one reasoning could be is because Nintendo wanted to wait and they wanted to add some extra levels or maybe some extra things to the game, and they could only do that with Galaxy 2 because adding things to Galaxy 1 wouldn't make sense when there's a sequel. So maybe they were waiting for the sequel where they're going to have this big, awesome remaster or remake where they add a bunch of stuff as well, maybe other playable characters and other modes and something, but that would also mean that not only is the Odyssey team working on Donkey Kong Bonanza, the next 3D Mario, but also on this remake. Unless they gave it to somebody else, I wouldn't understand how this would work unless the Mario team is now split along like 3 or 4 different 3D groups, which would be insane. But yes, I think there is a slight chance we could be getting something Galaxy 2 related, but I wouldn't bet on it entirely. And I do want to add that I'm talking about extra content simply due to the fact that they can't just bring this game back. I mean, seriously, they had a 3D All-Stars pack of 3 3D Mario games for $60. I don't know how they bring back one Mario Galaxy 2 now for anything near that price. Now, yes, it could just be charged $20, but it would just be so strange to just charge a random $20 Mario Galaxy game. How would they even release it? Would it be digital only? So in my head, I would think they would have to be adding something to justify that re-release. And here's something else that might be strange. As much as it's Mario's anniversary, it also is Captain Toad's, if you think about it. Not Captain Toad, but just Toad, because he also appeared with Mario in that first game. So maybe they give us a new Captain Toad. I could see this potentially being that side extra game that they announced, so that way it's not really taking development time from the 3D Mario team. I actually don't really know who developed Captain Toad, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the traditional 3D Mario team. So whatever team that is, whatever side team, maybe they're working on the brand new expansive version of what Captain Toad could be, because the first game was really, really good, and they actually re-released it on the 3DS and even on Switch. So obviously people love this game, and I would love to see this game now just, shoot up now. Take everything it did in its initial concept and just go big with it now and make this like huge, awesome experience. Bigger worlds, crazier levels, actual item power-ups and stuff for Captain Toad, and just keeping that puzzle element. It's just a different style of 3D adventure game. So yeah, I would love to see something like that. Maybe original boss battles and enemies and an original world and stuff that's not very focused on Mario 3D World. Maybe even a slightly different art style could be really exciting. Now, the reason why I wanted to throw this in after Galaxy 2 is, what if this is what they were doing with Galaxy 2? Because we know that's where Captain Toad debuted in Super Mario Galaxy, technically, with the Toad Brigade. So what if there's a side story in that game about Captain Toad, where you take adventures with Captain Toad, but this time in space-themed levels and stuff, and there's space mechanics and stuff, like the Sling Pod Galaxy from Mario Galaxy 1, where you have to sling Captain Toad around space and in the galaxy. Remember how we had the Odyssey packs with the miniature courses themed after Super Mario Odyssey worlds? Imagine if we got something like that, but for Super Mario Galaxy 2, where there's like a whole separate story with Captain Toad, and it's pretty lengthy as well. Like, it feels like a second game. It'd be a cool way to get them some more Captain Toad stuff, unless they're working on a huge game from the ground up. That could also be announced here. But I feel like that'd be something that'd be worthwhile, buying Galaxy 2, having that 4K 60 Mario Galaxy 2 experience, while also having a brand new Captain Toad experience, never played, never seen before as well, would be an awesome addition. Going back to that 35th Direct, they announced Super Mario Bros. 35, which was a free Nintendo Switch Online game that was a limited run where you could play pretty much a Super Mario Bros. 1 Battle Royale against 34 other players, which was pretty cool. 35 players in total, and pretty much last one standing wins after going through a gauntlet of levels and enemies attacking you from other players. So what if they decide to bring something like this back, but it's like a Mario 40, but it's a different game? And I thought, what if it was like a Mario 64 game, where you had to complete a certain mission or something from one of the levels, and you're just having all these enemies and stuff spawn on top of you and things. Like, that could be cool. Maybe some type of 3D Mario experience like that. Or maybe just choosing a different game like Mario World or Mario Bros. 3, maybe even Mario Bros. 2. I don't know, something along those lines could be cool, but I could see them doing something like that again, like another like free-to-play on Nintendo Switch Online until like next year in March. For some reason they always have to have things limited. Another thing they had was Mario Kart World Live Home Circuit, which was like this little RC car for children where they could actually drive it around, and you can even watch it from the Switch. It was like a cool little Mario Kart RC car. Now, I don't think we're going to have something quite like this time around. I mean, they could maybe have like a new Lego set or something, like a really special 40th edition Lego set for Mario that like anyone can build or something like that. But I feel like this is where we're going to get some information on the Mario Brothers movie. Yes, there's a Mario Brothers 2 movie coming literally in April next year. We know nothing about it, so this might be the time where they give us a couple of new characters that's going to be in this film, and also who those actors or actresses are going to be. Maybe if like the Koopalings are coming, we actually can see the actors and actresses and stuff and just get some more information, or maybe a quick little synopsis as to where they're going to go with the story. like a little Easter egg or something to let us know kind of what games they're going to be pulling from with this second story. But yes, I would be very shocked if we didn't get any Mario Brothers 2 movie information. So yeah, I'm definitely expecting that. Perhaps one of the major things that a lot of people are looking forward to is information on Mario Kart World. We have no information since this game released about 3 months ago now about what's happening with it. Are we going to get updates? Are we going to get new characters, costumes, anything different with the tracks or cups? Like for instance, a lot of people want more Knockout Tour cups. There's only 8 of them. Maybe new and more fun modes for online. Just reasons for people to continue playing the game. Because already I feel like a lot of people are moving on to bigger and better things from Nintendo and even other consoles. They're just putting Mario Kart World down because of its controversial issues and stuff. So I'm really hoping that they come out in a direct and actually just kind of reveal some plans that they have for the game and ways that they're going to make it better and add a bunch of new content. That would be a dream of mine, because I told you guys millions of times that this is a game that has the potential to be a fabulous game, but instead it comes down as just a good game with a bunch of problems. But yeah, hopefully we do get some news on maybe some type of game plan. Even if Nintendo's going to do DLC far off into the future, let us know. Let us know what's happening with this game and if you have plans for it or not. It's also now been over 3 years since the last Mario Sports game, so I'm definitely hoping we do get a new Mario Sports game that's not some of the things that we've been getting over and over again. Like, please, for the love of God, I love golf, but no more golf, no more tennis. Let's get something different. Let's do basketball or baseball again, like Sluggers, which was arguably the best Mario Sports game. Or maybe something new that we're not even expecting, like American football. Something to desperately change it up. And since we are on a new era with Switch 2, please make these games feel like they have full effort, like a story mode, tons of characters, updates that are constantly keeping the game fresh, tons of stadiums of whatever the sport is. Just give us a lot of content day one. You can have updates and stuff later on, but make sure that that day one content is set. And man, I am really looking forward to seeing what the next Mario Sports game could be. I'm still really hoping it's just baseball or basketball, but we're going to have to wait and see from Nintendo. But I feel like this is something that should be an obvious thing that could be here. This is a game that could release early next year as one of those months as we're waiting for the other big release, for sure. Now, before we wrap up for the final thing, I do want to say that I think that there's 2 other games that could be touched on if Nintendo wanted to, but I do not think they're going to be here. I think they're going to be saved for another Nintendo Direct reveal or something. And those are Mario Maker 3 or Mario Maker 3D and Luigi's Mansion 4. Both of these games came out in 2019, so it's definitely getting about that time where they're due for their next games. But even though that they are Mario games, and Luigi is a Mario game of sorts, kind of, but Luigi's Mansion is kind of evolving into its own thing, so maybe they don't even want to touch on that in a Mario 40th Direct. But Mario Maker, that could definitely happen. So yeah, do I think we're going to get a Mario Maker 3 and a 3D Mario in the same year for next year? No, I'm still leaning towards 3D Mario being next year's game, but maybe it's Mario Maker 3. Who knows, but I just wanted to put that out there. And finally, of course, we've come back to the thing that you guys all know I'm going to talk about. I talk about it enough, I don't need to say much about it here. The 35th anniversary actually ended with 3 3D Mario games, all past games being 3D Mario All-Stars with 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. What if this show finally ends with the next 3D Mario at least just being teased? They don't even have to give us a trailer, any big reveal or anything like that. Just show like Mario walking out and viewing a giant open world landscape or something. Give us a tease. And honestly, I kind of just want a tease. In a way, I just want something to be like really hype about for Mario, just to see it in a, just to have a glimpse, and maybe they can actually have an actual trailer at the end of the next Nintendo Direct. Like if there is a Direct the week after, then they can reveal the game fully. Just give us a tease, something to make us say, oh my gosh, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, what in the world was that? And just to get everybody hype, something, just get people talking, get people speculating again. That's what's so fun about Nintendo, is the speculation, the theories, the wondering. But yeah, just kind of give us a reveal of 3D Mario. It has to be there, right? If there is a Mario 40th Direct, there has to be some sort of tease for the next 3D Mario. After 8 years, no really massive game on the horizon. I don't know what else it would be besides like Animal Crossing and 3D Mario for the next huge game for Nintendo. Maybe Smash Brothers, but like, what's next? We want to know what's the next big push for your massive AAA games, and I think it has to be 3D Mario at least being announced soon, right? Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. Of course, I made a bet. I'm probably going to be wrong and have to dress up like Mario and eat spaghetti. But we'll see soon enough because we are only just about 4 days away until September. Let me know in the comments down below what surprises, what goodies do you guys want in a Mario 40th Direct? Do you even think we're going to be getting a Direct for Mario's 40th anniversary next week or even next month at all? Let me know what you think down below. Give me your theories. Give me your opinions. Give me your wildest wishes and dreams. Put them all below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. I hope you all have a blessed day. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.